different species.
I mean, Kansas still sucks, but
Nuh-uh, we
Okay.
have the biggest acorn in the state.
do we? Well, I mean, everyone's got their own biggest acorn in the state.
I was wondering when you're gonna realize that.
Alright, whatever. I think I got my reference material.
All right, okie doke. Konbanwa, my Watashi friend Desuz. Welcome to another anime episode of Artistically Declined.
Woo!
I'm Ian Roten, and I'm joined by Russell Garugamesh Stroud.
Is that really the best you got?
Garugamesh.
It's not even a pun. It's not like some clever wordplay. It's just Garugamesh.
Well, you know what it's from, right?
No.
You've never seen that? Okay, hang on. We're
boy.
we're pausing things already. Hang on.
Great.
Everybody should look up this thing that I'm about to show Russell, which is the SakuraCon 2009 commercial.
What? Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Does this have the same energy as like BronyCon with the ball pit?
No, this is a
No.
commercial of some sort.
Oh boy. I love Japan, period. I feel like that Japanese man was actually very annoyed and didn't want to be there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's like, but they paid me to use my restaurant.
It feels patronized. I guess I can't speak on his behalf, but like, I would feel patronized personally.
No, yeah, yeah. But just that guy, like, Garugamesh.
Yeah, this is some goth kid.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's what kills me more. Yeah, hi.
On this very anime episode of Artistically Declined, we're talking anime today.
Oh, that's why you did the thing.
Yeah,
I just now got that.
I didn't
Dude,
prep like
dude,
the Berserk one.
man, I am fucked up right now, dude. Like, listen, I am tired. You know,
Russell,
like,
I'm
like,
sorry.
This
Can
is
I?
me. This is me, right? You can't see this, Ian.
I
This is
know,
me,
I get what you're doing.
Right.
Yes.
Here's my perfectly coiffed hair, except like you got like some like stray hair strands right now. This is me, right? You know, and I woke up in my bed
Yeah.
and I was like, oh no, I don't want to get up right now, but I got to because geez, we've missed recording so many times because I've been a sleepy sheepy, right? You know,
Sure,
so
yeah.
I got up, you know, and then I got into my car, right? So like here's my car here. That's a really shitty car. And like I live in like a shared like driveway with my neighbors, right? So here's my house, turtle house, and then
Turtle
there's
house.
the neighbor. There's the neighbor, nay. Shit, that's an E.
Is he the one that sells you drugs?
No, that's the one to the left.
Okay.
So like they have like their truck here, and then my brother's SUV or van. I don't know. It's the soccer mom car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this is my car, and so I have to like awkwardly like back up. Like you're clear, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Can I say
You're
what we're
good.
fucking drawing?
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
I'm
You're
fucking
good.
scrapping this
You're
episode.
good. And then it's clear, right? So like, okay, cool. I was pulling out, and then I went to like Quick Trip. And let me just say, man, the guys at the Quick Trip by my house, they know me way too well. They have seen me at my best and my worst, right? Like I'm looking like I already drew myself earlier, but like I got like the thing, and I got the tired eyes, blah blah blah. I got like the stubble kind of going on, right? Which I always have. Which, by the way, I don't know if the stubble work actually works for me, because I'm
Really?
thinking, you know, yeah, because I mean I don't shave with a straight razor, so I only ever use a trimmer with like no guard.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always got a stubble, right? But
Sure.
like I sometimes I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I see the front, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like I look decent enough. Like the stubble kind of like outlines my jaw a bit,
Yeah,
you know,
I think
and,
it does
and then I
nicely.
turn my head slightly to look at myself from the side, and I'm like, and it's terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
mean,
I don't know.
I think it looks
Maybe
fine.
baby face is better. Maybe baby face is better.
Like I kind of like, you know, people not like landing specifically on one or another. You know, like they grow it out and then they cut it way back. You know, like they alternate.
Yeah.
Like I think that's healthier than just like, oh, look at me, I have a beard, I'm so sexually confident.
Yeah. Point is though, I have my coffee now that I already drank because we spent too much time trying to figure out what to draw.
Oh, way too much time.
Yeah, I already ate my
Speaking of which,
coffee
we're drawing Dragon
and drank
Ball.
my hot dog. Yeah, Dragon Ball! Dragon Ball!
We never actually got to say that because of somebody.
Gotta get those 7 magic balls. Dragon Ball. Alright. So, Ian.
Yes.
You like Dragon Ball, right?
I like Dragon Ball without any suffixes. Is that it? I thought you were actually going to lead the goddamn conversation for once. But that was just it, I guess.
All right. So yeah, you've actually recently started reading classic Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I started chapter 1 like a million trillion years ago because I was like, yeah, I'll get into it. It's probably just you need to get into it to enjoy it, and then I just never ended up reading it. But then Russell suggested I give it another shot, and I did, and I was like, hey, this is like the magical adventure that I wanted something like Z to be, but I didn't really think that it was. So I've been really enjoying it. I'm at the Red Ribbon Army arc right now.
Yeah. Like I told you before, Z definitely went into a major shift in tone and all that. And interesting enough, in the original run, like Z was not called Z. It was just the latter half of Ball.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
It was only called Z, I believe, when it started getting published into volumes in the West. Or maybe it was called Z in Japan as well. But there was a very heavy distinction to the point where it was just kind of considered its own series. But yeah.
Now it's basically like, from what I understand, I'm not the Dragon Ball master by any means, but it seems just kind of like a completely different series entirely.
Yeah, absolutely. To the point where it's kind of divisive, right? Where there are some diehard Dragon Ball fans like me, who very much like. I grew up with Z, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a early to mid 20s aged man.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a huge Z fan, right? Hey. Yeah, you're right.
No,
yeah.
Bobby.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm a man child.
Okay.
I still feel like a kid, but not in like that cool way.
Yeah.
Right, where it's like, oh, I'm a free kindred spirit. Like, no, not like that. I just suck. But as I grew up, though, I found myself enjoying classic Dragon Ball more just because of that genuine sense of adventure, mystique. The fact that even though Goku is comically overpowered, even in classic Dragon Ball, there's still a sense of like, geez, we have to figure a way out of this mess.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than just, oh, I did the Kamehameha stronger now.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of fun.
Bad, but...
There's a lot of fun kind of like Journey to the West adaptations and stuff of like in classic Dragon Ball that I found really really fun. Like have you ever read or do you know anything about Journey to the West in general?
I've never read it specifically, but I am familiar with the general outline of the legend.
Okay. Well, like even you know the entire like first half of the book doesn't even centralize around the main character, right? It centralizes around this monkey that has like immortality times 5. Like he's just an overpowered monkey dude, which is supposed to be fucking Goku, right? Like he's just a crazy powerful monkey, and the monkey in general also exactly. He has a transforming rod that can grow and shrink in size, same like Goku. But like even other characters that show up, like what's the fucking pig's name? Oolong?
Oolong, yeah.
Yeah. Oolong. There's even a transforming pig named Porky or Porky, one of the two, in Journey to the West. Yeah. So there's just like a lot of
wait. In the actual original legend, his name is just Piggy.
Pigsy
or something.
I think. Yeah. Like not to tangent too hard, but did you ever see fucking Kubo and the Two Strings?
I don't know what that is.
It was a Studio Leica claymation movie. They're the ones that did Coraline and stuff.
Okay.
And it was about this little boy who he has 2 strings and his parents died. And then his grandpa is like an evil giant fish or something, and he wants to destroy the world. And spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Kubo with the 2 strings. but like he fights the grandpa at the end with his strings, and then he beats the grandpa who wants to destroy the world, mind you. Like this is everybody knows that this is his goal, and then he like gets hit on the head with a brick or some shit, and he passes out, and he's like, who am I? Where am I? Who are you? And all this shit, and like all the villagers and the kid like crowd around him, and they're like, you're just a nice old man that lives in town. Oh, here, let's take care of you. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. And it's like, no, this bitch fucking gets his memory back. He's gonna destroy the world. Kill him. Like, you have no better... Like, I know this is, like, a kid's movie about learning, you know, to get rid of revenge and all this shit, but, like, that's the wrong choice for the bomb that's gonna kill the world if he happens to remember.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real quick, Ian, can you give me a random wildlife forest critter?
A brushwag.
I don't
know if that's a real thing.
What? Alright, hold on. Let me look up brushwag.
I think it's a real thing.
Brushwag. That is a Magic the Gathering card, Ian.
Well, don't I look the fool. Let's do a fucking...
Look at the art for brushwag!
Yeah, brushwags are fucking rad.
Look at that thing! Look at that thing! He's just all like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna roll over and I'm gonna get you with my little claws.
Yeah, it's just what he does.
I love shitty Magic the Gathering art. Anyways, give me an actual animal.
Okay, a fucking snark.
What the fuck's a snark? Ian, I need an animal.
Okay, fine, a shoat.
Wait, from Half-Life?
A shoat.
What's a shoat?
A real thing. I guarantee you this one's a real thing.
That's... Oh, it's like a piggy?
Yeah, it's like a
kind of
boar.
looking thing?
Yeah.
Is that... Can it be big?
I think... Fine, a boar. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Boar.
A boar?
Yeah, a boar is big.
What the fuck's a boar?
You don't know what a fucking boar is?
I do.
Thank fucking God.
I do.
I wouldn't put it past you is the problem.
I'll do a fucking... Wow, that's rude.
I spit all over my fucking tablet.
Good. I'm glad. I asked because I am drawing... so that way we can finally segue into what we're drawing, right? I am drawing Android 17, who, after the events of the Cell Saga, becomes a forest ranger, and he looks
cute.
After little critters on an island.
I didn't know that.
And he's a cool guy. 17 is a cool guy, and I feel like he doesn't get enough love. Well, he got like the spotlight after the ending of Super for a bit, but outside of that, I think people focus too much on 18 more than 17. But 17's my boy.
I'm drawing Piccolo. I've always liked his design.
Yeah, Piccolo's cool. Are you basing it off of like his classic look with like the cape and turban, or?
Yeah, cape and turban.
Okay.
Well, actually, I might do the funny shirt that I found. Where was it? Post
Funny
Boy.
shirt. Oh yeah, where he's wearing like the
Post Boy
'90s clothes.
Yeah.
During the there's like a filler episode where he and Goku are forced to learn how to drive.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
I love it, and he's like wearing
funny.
Goku's shirt, and it just so he's wearing a shirt that says Goku.
I thought it was Goku and Vegeta that were learning to drive.
No, it was Piccolo.
Okay.
Because like they're both freeloaders, whereas Vegeta actually is like has a home in a loving family.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that would have been during. Would that have been during the Cell Saga? So like I guess Vegeta wouldn't have had a family yet, but Bulma let him live at her place. So
sure.
The point is, shut up.
I feel so bad knowing what like the where I'm at in you know, classic is like she and Yamcha are supposed to be like the thing,
right.
but just like knowing what happens, I feel so bad for the guy, because not only does he get left behind as like a underpowered like nobody, but like just the chick that was into him once like left him, and he still like sees her around. Like that's not fun for anybody, especially when
he's moved on. He became a successful baseball player. I'm sure he's fine.
Well,
he's still got his buddy Poor.
Nah, he definitely makes Poor transform into her like every night, and then he jacks off. Yeah, no,
I always have to be sexual, huh?
It's not. It's an emotional thing that he attaches to sex.
Right. What the fuck? I'm gonna be honest with you, Ian. I do not know how to draw animals, much less a boar.
Then why'd you fucking ask for one?
Because 17 looks at the critters, so I'm drawing him with a critter. That just looks like he has like a fucking what are those party horns like?
Oh, Vuvenzuelas or whatever.
That's not called a Vuvenzuela.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I know that's a thing, but that's not what that is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The fucking long horns that they like blow at football games.
No.
God, you are so fucking stupid.
No, I'm talking about the party things. Like they're wrapped up, like they curl up, and then you blow into it, and it extends, and it's like.
Yeah, Vuvenzuela.
No, you're not listening to me.
I don't usually.
You son of a bitch. All right, Ian. Why do you like Piccolo? Talk to me about Piccolo, buddy.
'Cause he's big and he's green, man.
Yeah, he is big and he's green. You could say that his nickname should be Big Green, huh?
I wouldn't say that personally. I think Piccolo's a fine name.
All right, cool.
I don't know. I just
way to shut down my joke.
No, it was on purpose.
You don't even get it.
I do get it. That's why I called him Big Green.
Oh, I thought that was just like a perfect golden opportunity.
No, it's a perfect golden setup.
All right, I'm
Anyway.
just gonna accept that this boar is gonna look like fucking. I'm like whatever. Fuck the boar. All right, fuck it.
Even
I'm just gonna
though
worry about 17.
even though I don't tend to have like I've never been like the biggest Dragon Ball boy.
Right.
I have a few related stories if I should like talk about that. I've definitely told them to you before, but like back in elementary school.
I won't remember them.
No, I bet you will. Back in elementary
school.
So like there was a period where Naruto was the hot shit. There was this one kid, I think Dennis was his name, and he'd like bring in some fucking mangoes that he had, and during free time kids would read the mangoes, and then we'd go play it outside. And so like he brought in Naruto, and that was popular for like a couple weeks. We'd go out and play that on the playground. I was into Naruto. I was like, yeah, this is fucking rad. This ninja shit, that's awesome. And then he brought in Dragon Ball. I'm like, I can't get into this. Like, I just don't care. But because being ostracized during recess is a child's worst nightmare, I had to figure out some way to play along. So what I did was I chose to be the villain character Cell.
You would be a Cell.
Well, here's the thing.
You
it's because
absolutely would be.
He brought in like all the like volumes that he brought in were like Cell Saga things, and so I didn't have like a whole lot of reference to go off of in terms of like characters and stuff. So I chose Cell because I could play a central character instead of choosing some like jackass underpowered Krillin or something,
Hey, well, all right.
No, I like
All
Krillin.
right.
I like Krillin. It's fine.
Okay.
But like I could be a relevant character that wouldn't get like sidelined by being underpowered, and not only that, but I was powerful enough that nobody could actually beat me in like our constant like games. So like from one day to the next, like they could be like, I blew your arm off. And I'm like, okay, I regenerated. And they're like, shit, Cell could regenerate his arm. Fuck, holy shit. How do we fucking beat him? And so I was like, through that like choice, I was like, okay, all right, I can stay on this trend until it dies. Like, I just have to keep writing this out and being like, okay, you kill me, I come back to life. And they're like, shit, he can do that. Fuck, all right, how do we beat him? And that's my Dragon Ball experience.
And was it one of those situations where it just became unfun? So by trying to fit in, you ended up ruining the game and having people hate you?
No, because like all that stuff is like, and by doing that, the game didn't end. Because like if they killed me, then it's like, oh, okay, well, what's the next bad guy? It's like, I don't fucking know. The only chapters you brought in had Cell. So it was.
You didn't know?
Well, like it was like one kid bringing his chapters in. So I don't know if he had more or if it was just kind of like restricted to Cell Saga. I don't know if many of them tuned into Toonami or anything. So like that was just like the arc that we were using as reference, I guess.
Man, that's interesting to think that like, because even as a kid I knew all of it, right?
Sure,
all
yeah.
like the villains that show up just from osmosis, growing up with my brothers and watching portions of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. I was like, yeah, Boo would be the obvious. Yeah, go to Boo, or hell, do like a filler in between, a filler enemy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because kids want to do filler.
Hey man, Garlic Jr. was alright. No, it wasn't. Anyways, hi, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
My other Dragon Ball story, I'm sure you will remember a lot better, which is you know what? I'll find this somewhere on my computer, but during high school, I did a drawing I was quite proud of, where Goku is going Super Saiyan. And I was very surprised. Like, I looked this up. I looked this up to see if anybody had made this joke before, and I didn't. I did not find anything on it. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And so it's Goku going Super Saiyan, and he's screaming and charging up, and his hair is growing. He's like, oh shit, and he like looks down, and his pubes are all spiky too. And I was very proud of that.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. So, who
Cool,
are you
next
drawing?
bit.
You're drawing 17, yeah?
Yeah, I'm drawing 17. 17 is my boy.
Yeah.
I am shamelessly hard referencing a pose he does in one of his supers from Dragon Ball Fighters.
Uh-huh.
Just to get like the right angle for him to pet like the little boar man that I'm just gonna completely phone in on drawing.
Gotcha.
Cause fuck that. I am bad at animals. That is one of my biggest weaknesses, and it's why I don't do furry art.
That's the only reason?
Well, I mean, there are like 1,500 others, but
that's
anyway.
that's the one that pops into your head when you think of Okay.
Absolutely, right. But no, 17's cool, man. I love him. Even back when he was a villain, I thought he was like the cooler one, and it made me sad that he kind of became irrelevant
Russell,
very quickly.
you stupid whore. Cooler is
What's
a
up?
different villain.
Shut
Yes, I did it!
You're not funny, you'll never be funny, and no one likes you.
I like me, and that's all that matters. Woo!
You know what, that's valid.
I got
respect
there.
that.
Dude, you
Wait.
didn't even see it coming. Okay, that's how his hair looks.
Wait, Piccolo doesn't have hair.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, cool.
Russell, sing us a song.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a melody. And you got us feeling okay.
What is that?
It's Piano Man.
Piano Man?
Yeah, it's like the second most popular Billy Joel song, or first most.
Who's Billy Joel? Yeah, I feel like this is something I should have brought up earlier, but Dragon Ball is pretty much the reason why I got into art in the first place.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I remember growing up, I was always really jealous that my brothers could draw Dragon Ball characters super well. And by super well, they were just able to really recreate certain frames. Not that they traced, but they just were able to understand the style to a degree that a teenager would be able to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And I was always like, I want to do that. Oh, and so that was kind of the big way I got into it. And then for a while, I had this phase of drawing my Dragon Ball OC.
Mm-hmm.
And all the time, constantly, even in high school.
Oh, that should be one of the things, one of the characters you draw in this.
You know, the funny thing is...
Yeah? Is it an Android 17 knockoff?
No. But it's just funny how the Dragon Ball OC ended up becoming... he ended up transforming into the main character of the comic I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Just
gotcha.
not being, like, a Dragon Ball character.
Yeah. You just picked him up and dropped him into the other thing.
Yeah, obviously, he's changed through iterations a lot, but, like, that general hairstyle outline is the same, mostly. I mean, it looked a lot edgier back when he was a Dragon Ball character, for sure. Like, the whole, like, super blocky, like, oh, fuck it. Oh, look at that. Oh, spikes. Yeah. Oh, the bang. And he's got, like, the angry... I'm drawing on the boar at this point. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. That's... That looks so bad. I love it.
I'm gonna fucking hate this episode.
Why?
So many of your like weird like bits going on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, no, I owe Dragon Ball a lot, and for a while my art style was just, drawing Dragon Ball-esque. And
Yeah.
maybe my art style still looks a bit Dragon Ball-y. Like, you've seen how I can draw certain faces. There's still
More like
some Dragon Ball component to it when they're angry.
But Russell, more like Dragon Broly.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I get what you're talking about.
I don't get what you were doing there.
Dragon Broly.
Like, I get the pun, but what prompted that?
Dragon Ball-y. Dragon Broly.
Did I say Dragon Ball-y?
Yeah.
You're hilarious. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Thank you. I thought so.
Yeah. But eventually I would end up changing my style a little bit. I like to imagine I have my own distinct look now. But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how I've probably spent more time drawing the boar than fucking Dragon Ball characters.
Probably.
But whatever. Also, 17 is completely not level with where the boar's feet are.
I hate
So that's
that.
cool.
I hate that, man.
So that's cool. Look, man, I'm not... Whatever, shut up.
No. Like, not that you're doing it, but just that happens so often.
No, yeah. In my defense, I don't usually draw multiple
Fucking
characters full body on the same panel or whatever.
Right.
Usually a character gets cropped off a bit, so I don't have to worry too much about it.
You mean you take the easy way out?
Well, I mean, it's called camera framing, Ian. It's not always gonna... Shut up. Bitch.
And I think I'm done first for once.
I mean, I've been kind of done, just kind of polishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm taking this win.
It's not a win. No, stop that. This isn't a competition unless I win.
So now it's not a competition, Ian.
No, that's not how
So
that
now
works.
it's not a competition when it benefits and is convenient for you.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
Awesome. I'm glad we're friends, Ian. I'm glad we're friends.
Doesn't it just have all the benefits in the world?
Dude. It's never been anything that... There's never been a greater honor.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Fuck you.
So this thing that I'm drawing right now has unleashed another elementary memory of mine.
Okay. Are we moving on to a new character now, by the way?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I think we're good too. So there was a kid in my kindergarten class. This is kindergarten, mind you, when this is happening, and he was drawing with markers very tantrically, and I was like, say you there, sport. What is that you're drawing there, perchance? And he was like, I'm drawing bloody murderers. And I was like, oh, what's that? And he's like, they're people that kill people really bloody. And I was a complete wimp as a kid. I've made that very well known.
Oh,
But
yeah.
for some reason I just didn't get that or relate it. And so I was just like, okay, interesting. I just thought it looked kind of cool, and it had kind of a creepy aesthetic that I was like, okay, that's interesting. Sure, yeah. So I watched him a couple times, and he was just drawing bloody murderers, and they were just really scratchy stick figures, but they had a really weirdly appealing aesthetic. I can't forget about it, but I can't describe it either. And he would do them in different colors, which also kind of helped with the aesthetic look of them. And I don't want to sound like a psycho here, but there was something about them that.
Try.
All right, okay, all right. You know what? Episode's over.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Remember to rate the video, like the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
Anyway, but I eventually I was like, hey, can you teach me how to do those? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I basically just copied what I was watching him do. And I brought it home, and my parents were like, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's a bloody murder. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's a kid that draws them, and I just thought it looked cool. And they're like, oh, okay. And then I think later, a little later, the teacher basically did the same thing. She was like, hey, what are you drawing there? And he's like, that's a bloody murder. And she was like, all right, well, you are not allowed to play with the markers anymore.
Man, can't believe these artists are getting censored.
Right?
Right? It's fucked up. Fucked up what's happening in our schools, man.
Yeah.
I joke, but I did have a similar situation that happened to me. Even as a kid, I like to draw like stupid gag comics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I had this comic I did that I thought was funny. Right, and I'm trying to remember what exactly the punchline was. Oh, I remember what the punchline was. But it was just two guys, or maybe three. Yeah, there were three stick figures watching TV, right? And one of them suddenly says, "Oh man, this reminds me of like this dream I had," and then he goes on to describe like a really fucked up sequence of events where it has something to do with like tiger's blood and squirting people with tiger's blood. With
I think you might have told me this before.
I may have, and it's like, and then there's awkward silence, right? When everyone's just like, and then the guy just walks away like, I don't know, maybe I'm different, you know, like that edgy, hot topic-y Spencer's type of, I'm
just different.
Yeah, you know, I'm like that. And then one of the stick figures is like, some different species. Yeah, that's what it was, different species, because he's so weird, am I right? And I thought it was funny, but my brother saw it and he was just like, Russell, you're grounded. You're just actually grounded.
I think last time you told me this, didn't your brother's like girlfriend or fiance or whatever also like see it or something? I felt like she was part of the story.
Maybe, I don't know. I was just living with my brother at the time. He was taking care of me, and he was just like, "Yeah, no, this is bad. You're not watching TV anymore.
Come up with better shit."
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just different.
Yeah, different species, maybe.
It was kind of edgy, but like in my defense, I didn't perceive it as edgy because it wasn't me trying to be like, oh man, yeah, whatever, tiger's blood. It was just like me trying to paint a character who's like that.
You know, I feel like there's moments like that help us grow up where it's just like, sometimes when you're in that sort of edgy, even if it's unintentional phase, like you just need somebody to smack you in the back of the head and be like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, right. I'm like one of those legendary creators or writers who really need someone to keep them in check, like Kojima or Akira Toriyama, right?
You are absolutely Kojima.
Dude, that I am honored to hear that. Thank you. That makes me happy.
God, Kojima has such a fucking cool logo.
He does.
Dude,
he does. Like
that
the
logo.
New Koji Pro logo. Like both logos are great, but
wasn't he using the fucking like the wolf as the logo for a while?
The Foxhound logo from Metal Gear,
yeah.
But once they got separated from Konami, you know, obviously, can't use that anymore. And it still bums me out to this day that Snake in Smash Ultimate has an exclamation mark instead of the Foxhound logo for his icon.
Oh, really?
Still bugs me. And you know they did it because of Koji Pro. That's exactly why they had to make that change. I know it for a goddamn fact.
Damn.
And it makes me so sad.
Dang.
It's just an exclamation mark. Like, exclamation mark's iconic, right? But come on.
Because in Brawl he had the symbol, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was before the whole drama.
Yeah.
Way before. But yeah. Oh well.
Smash Bros. Brawl was simpler times.
Dude, I love Brawl.
Yeah, it's great. I really like the texturing. The texturing was like really dark and like you can see the detail.
I think it works for some characters, but it does not work for Mario, let me just say.
Mario's the one I was thinking of. I actually liked it.
He looks disgusting in his render personally. Like, I think Snake looks great because it's Snake, right? I guess ZSS still looks good.
Bowser looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah, Bowser, yeah, I agree with that. Bowser's great.
I like the Link and Mario textures that are like, you can really see the cloth.
Yeah. I remember, I will say, I remember when the Smash 4 was coming out, and I was like, oh, the art style is so much better because it's cartoony and it works better. But now with Ultimate out, right, and like the art style got a little polished, I look back on Smash 4, and obviously it's an older game, so it's graphically not as impressive, but just the art style itself, it's like very cheap gradient cartoony. And it's like, oh man, yeah, that doesn't look great.
I don't recall being too whatevered by the visuals in 4.
Yeah, it's not like the cinematics were cool.
I guess, yeah.
But other than that, the actual game models, the art direction of the game itself isn't super, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well. It very much has like I don't know how to describe it. A somewhat generic, it's like generic Disney promo art.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it makes me think of. I think that's the best way of putting it.
I think that's fair. Like the very plasticky look of it.
Yeah, plastically. And then there's Melee, which still holds up very well to this day with its art style. Like it also has a bit of that grungy look, but it works for some characters, I think.
Mm.
And then there are other characters that are more on the cartoony side, all things considered. So I think it's a nice blend.
So Russell.
So Ian.
Tell me some about the history of you and Dragon Ball.
The history of me and Dragon Ball.
Yeah, what's like your favorite arcs? What's your least favorite arcs?
So my favorite arc is easily the Cell Saga, and that includes like just the entire spectrum of that with the androids as well.
Sure.
And the reason I like it is mostly, I admit, it's because of Gohan, which, I think is pretty common among people. There's so many people who are Gohan fanboys that are our age group, because our age group would have been the kind of people who started with Z on Toonami, right? And so Z always had a kind of an arc slowly building up for Gohan from the very beginning, with like the very first encounter with Raditz.
And people were generally the same age as him, like
right, exactly. Yeah, we
time,
were kids, and Gohan really appealed to like this classic sense of there's something within me that is like awakening, and that sounds edgy, but like translating that to a super real life situation of just coming of age. A lot of boys, having to deal with like emotions and everything, as with anyone does, but it appealed to boys because Gohan.
Yeah.
So there was that, and it was very appealing. But seeing Gohan grow slowly, especially through the Frieza arc, and then into the Cell arc where he becomes the hero at the end, it's very satisfying. Even though nowadays I see a lot of flaws actually with the final battle in Cell Saga, and I think a really good video to watch about that. Obviously, maybe you should wait until you read that part.
Sure.
But I think a really good video is by Plague of Gripes, who it's like 50 minutes to an hour, and it's called Gohan's Mini Masks, or the Mini Masks of Gohan, something along those lines. And it just talks about Gohan as a character and how he's kind of fallen from grace from the focus, and how he had a lot of stuff going on for him. But he also just talks about the fascination of people in our age group loving him so much as we did. And it's really cool. It's really cool to go. And he even suggests ways that the Cell arc could have been restructured to make the final battle more impactful. Even though it was already super impactful, just because, like, oh man, everything's culminating in this moment. But then you also notice there are some kind of holes in, like, the logic.
Yeah.
Which made me think, it's still a legendary moment. But, yeah, that would have been an interesting way to, like, direct things.
Gotcha.
But that's just kind of the sad nature of a lot of shonen manga having to be like winged on the fly.
Right.
Especially when like the creator didn't want to do that arc to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard it plenty of times how the Z was originally supposed to end with Frieza Saga. But then it just got so much of a fan demand, I guess that would be the word, to continue it. And that's what happened to the Buu Saga even. But yeah, I really like Cell Saga. I think it has a whole lot of I'm saying a lot because I'm trying to think as I go.
no, I get you.
But just it hits so many notes that I adore. So many character designs that I love. Cell is great, but I am also such a huge fan of the androids. All of them, even the dorky ones like 19 and Jiro. Although the fight with 19 is the coolest shit. Frieza and 19. Not Frieza, Vegeta. I meant Vegeta, but Vegeta freaking decimates 19, and it's the coolest thing ever. It's where one of like the most rawest lines comes from, at least in the English dub.
He says, 19, I am your father.
No, that's
no!
not what he says.
No!
Alright.
No!
Okay. But least favorite arc, it would probably have to be Boo. Even though I love Boo, like Fat Boo in particular as a character, he's one of my favorites.
Boo's so
but
good.
Yeah, but the Boo arc is it's kind of a mess. It has some problems, but oh well. I will say though, my favorite character of all time is my boy Bardock, Goku's dad. Because for a long time, and it still is, but my favorite piece of Dragon Ball media is the episode of Bardock, the quick special, where it's about how Planet Vegeta got destroyed by Frieza and all.
Yeah.
And it's just from Bardock's perspective of figuring out what's going on and trying to stop it, but it's ultimately hopeless.
It's kind of like a Planet of the Apes style thing, right? Where he's like, oh god, this is Planet Saiyan.
I wouldn't say that. It's like Frieza kind of figures out about the legend of the Super Saiyan or some shit. So
I might be thinking of a different movie.
Maybe I would equate Bardock his story to. I mean, people make a lot of comparisons between Goku and Superman, obviously, but I would compare that to Superman's dad from the was it Man of Steel? I think that did a whole intro sequence of Superman's dad trying to save Krypton.
Right.
It's like that, but so much better because it's not Superman.
Yeah.
I don't like Superman, if that's not clear.
I really liked Superman for a while for some reason. I don't even know why.
I like him in concept. I don't really like the modern approach that people have been trying to take with him of trying to make him serious and edgy.
Oh yeah, no, that sucks.
Because his whole point is being super OP, and there are ways to make that interesting, but I don't think people have in a while.
Also, like, everyone's like, oh yeah, but what if he was edgy? Then he might use his powers for bad. And it's like, yeah, but the point is that, like, he's a happy, nice guy. Like, he's a pretty good guy, and that's the balance.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite examples of Superman done well, and admittedly I don't know the specific run it's from, it's a sequence of comic pages that have been shared a lot. It's one of those, like, on Imager, check out this sick moment from Superman so whatever.
Right, yeah.
But I think it's really strong. It's a sequence where Superman finds out that Shazam is just a kid, right? Like, he realizes, like, this superhero who's been fighting crime is actually just a little kid in, like, an adult body. Yeah. And when he finds out about it, he takes care of Shazam, and then he goes to the fucking wizard who made Shazam, right? And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I just like children, what can I say?
Right, yeah. So I think Superman works more as not necessarily a protagonist type, but a mentor type that just, kind of like an All Might situation, if anything. I'll be real.
I actually like Superman the best myself in, like, the League of Superheroes series, where he's like a teenager and he's not, like, he's strong, but he's not, an adult.
League of Superheroes?
Legion of Superheroes, my bad. It's
Legion
like
of Superheroes?
Yeah, there was like a Saturday morning TV show I really liked for it, and it was like a comic series as well, way back.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. All right, because for a second I was thinking, like, I thought you were talking about the Young Justice series, and I was like, Ian, that's Superboy.
No, yeah, no.
That's Superboy. But yeah, I don't remember this show, actually.
No, it was really good. I really loved the style of it, and it was based on, like, the old comics.
It gives me Teen Titans vibes, I guess, because it was around that era.
Yeah, it was kind of different though. Like, different in tone. It wasn't as, like, there wasn't cutaways to, like, jokey anime heads or whatever, Like, it wasn't in this sort of, like, anime theming style.
It embraced a Western approach more than anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was just more serious in tone, but it was a really good show. I'd watch it again.
Cool.
Yeah. And Brainiac 5, who was my favorite character, wanted to fuck Supergirl super badly.
Nice.
With his robot dick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Really nice story, Ian.
Indeed.
What were we talking about?
Majin Buu.
Were we? Oh no, we were talking about the parallels between Superman and Goku, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bardock's cool.
So, okay, I am thinking of the right movie, right? The one where he goes to, like, a planet and it's got a bunch of, like, weird frog people.
Oh no, so that's a special OVA from a video game in which he becomes the first Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Which the level of how canon that is heavily up to debate.
Yeah.
But no, the original special from, like, the 90s
Okay.
It was just straight up him. It was Bardock on a mission, right? He gets attacked by one of the aliens, and they stab the back of his neck with their tail, and it just gives him psychic powers, I guess. And so he sees the future of Frieza destroying Planet Vegeta, and he's like, oh no, oh shit, oh fuck, and then he has to go try to stop it, and then like his entire team gets killed off. And he's like, I will avenge you, and then that's where he gets, like, his bandana, because it's soiled with, like, the blood of his best friend, and it's super badass, and it's
That's
like,
gross.
Oh. No, it's cool.
I wouldn't wear a bandana covered in your blood. That'd be disgusting.
Look, man, it's the warrior code, alright?
I don't want an AIDS blood bandana.
You didn't have AIDS!
You do.
I don't have AIDS!
Oh, really? Okay, Russell, do you like
Ian.
the Saiyan armor design?
Yes.
Okay,
Although, there are some examples of it that look terrible.
I don't think it looks good on Broly, or Bardock, or whatever the hell his name is.
On Bardock? You don't think Bardock's looks good?
He's the guy that just looks like Goku, right? With a red bandana? I don't like it on him for some reason.
Wait, show me. I want you to show me an example that you don't like.
I am not going to bother with doing that right now, so this
How
episode
dare
does not
you.
become 90 hours long.
I think he looks badass.
That's fine.
Because, like, he's cool, because, like, obviously, okay, in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, they show him and they redesign him where he has the shoulder pads, but I really like his original look with it, where he's, it's, like, the Saiyan armor doesn't have the shoulder pads, so it's kind of like this cool tank toppy kind of, like, shape, and he's got, like, the flaps and all that, and so he's got, like, he's got his fucking muscle shoulders, and he's like, ah. And I will say the 90s style maybe doesn't make him look very good, but like when he got polished up with like the more modern
I think the modern polish
style.
is actually what I don't like. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, just because I've seen like splash images of it.
Splash images aren't always the best in my opinion.
Here's the thing though about the Saiyan armor. It's
okay.
the Organization 13 robes of the fucking
no, it's
Dragon
not.
Ball universe.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Everybody has that style.
Not.
Everyone has that same style.
That's not how that works, Ian.
Yeah, it is.
It's like their military armor.
Yeah, and I know it's not fucking conjured out of dark energy or whatever, but like it's the same thing where it's just like, oh, that guy has some, that guy's got some Saiyan armor, this guy over here has some Saiyan armor.
I'm so fucking because they're Saiyans.
Well, yeah, but that's not a defining trait.
Yeah, Ian, they're part. Okay. Look, here's the thing. To be fair, it's the Frieza armor to be more accurate.
Ah, I see.
So everyone who's a Frieza man wears like a variant of it. It's just that the Saiyans kind of have their own kind of variant style, which also has its own sub variants.
Sure.
But like, it's just like a military outfit but like space alien military.
Well, yeah, but maybe space aliens are kind of gay.
It's also functional. It's not just some stupid ass robe. Like the whole point of it is that it's rigid, but it's also stretchy and can fit to any body shape. So it's like, oh, anyone can throw it on, and it's like super durable. Despite
I didn't expect Frieza to be super body positive.
Well, I mean, he enslaves all races, so I mean, I feel like he has to be, right?
I guess.
He has to be body positive to take into account like freakish Namekian antennas, and I'm sorry, that's really intolerant.
You know, I actually so this is no, I just remembered this because I was thinking of fucking Nappa when we were talking about like different body sizes. He is, but like I because a lot of characters in Dragon Ball are named after foods. Whenever I find a food that I recognize as I didn't realize Nappa was like a kind of cabbage thing.
Yes.
But it actually kind of looks like his head. And so whenever I run out into the wild of something that I'm like, I know it's a Dragon Ball character name, I'm always like, I learned something today. That's what that food in particular is.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like all of Frieza's men are named after fruits and stuff and everything, and then like the Saiyans are vegetables and plants, and then they're all in the freeze.
Yeah.
The fridge. The Frieza. All right, yeah. Anyways.
Cooler.
Yeah, Cooler. Cooler's cool.
Is he?
Like no joke intended, but like he's cool.
Okay. I always got I always got the impression that everyone just kind of was like, oh, so it's like another Frieza.
I mean, he's neat because he's got like the extra form on top, so he transforms into that, and he looks like fucking Shredder. and it's badass. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not as arrogant as my brother Frieza," but then he ends up being equally arrogant and ends up dying because of it.
Anybody that says like, "Ha, my little brother was such a fool. I'm not as arrogant as he is exactly as arrogant as he is."
Dude, every single person of the Frost Demon race, which is like their species, because it doesn't have an official name, I think.
Okay.
Every member of that race is a fucking asshole. There's a character in Dragon Ball Super who's from a different universe, but he's still a Frost Demon, right? And his whole thing is like, oh, I'm if Frieza was good, so he has like this whole backstory about him being a leader of peace and uniting cultures like in his universe.
Uh-huh.
And then like during the fight, it's like, oh, just kidding, I'm actually super evil and I'm about to like backstab you with a poison dart or some shit. And it's like, yeah, I knew you're Frieza basically, so yeah. Never trust a Frost Demon.
It's kind of like a Yoda. Oh, Russell, have you caught up on Mandalorian?
I have, and I have been loving it.
What do you think of what's his fucking new name? Like Glubor? Grogu. It's so
I love
fucking
it.
dumb.
I love it so much.
Okay,
Grogu?
so the fan service I wanted to rage about.
Oh boy.
Was the fucking first episode when he's with the guy who and the guy's speeder is fucking Anakin's pod racer engine from the first movie.
Funny.
No, it's not. It's stupid. Because every character... Cool. No, just like fan service shit like that is just like, oh, so just these characters magnetically just get all of this shit. Like, it's... I hate it.
Oh my god, stop being a bitch.
Tatooine's a whole fucking planet.
No, I'm gonna say it right now. Stop being a bitch.
No,
it's
I
the
refuse.
kind of fan service where it's just visual. You would only notice if you cared. And it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's not, though.
It's not like a big thing. It's not plot relevant. It's just like, oh, okay, that's a neat little detail. It's not like they couldn't have gotten there without it.
It's not neat, though.
I think you're just an asshole.
I am, but it doesn't change the fact that it's not neat.
Well, I think you just think it's not neat because you're an asshole, because it doesn't matter.
No! It's because fan service shit like that, it doesn't make sense for it to all like, this guy magnetically happened to get both and a fucking speeder that would probably be torn apart on a planet full of scavengers. It would have been torn apart. He wouldn't have gotten it. This is like 100 fucking years after Anakin built that thing.
It's not 100 years, but okay.
Like, people, like, you set down your fucking, like, remote control for a second and Jawa's gonna come up and steal it. Like, that's just how the fucking planet works. It does not make sense for a fucking 100-year-old engine.
Who cares?
Me, because it's just
Why?
Because that's how fan service works, and it's stupid, and I hate it.
But it's not, like, egregious.
It is, though.
How?
I just detailed how. I just fucking detailed how.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me because it's inconsequential. It's purely visual. It's not like the plot is reliant on that.
No,
right?
There's plenty of plot reliant fucking fan service too in that show.
But who cares? It's fun.
It's visually annoying.
I think you're just an asshole. I think you're just an asshole.
I said multiple times that I am.
You don't know how to have fun.
No, just, other people don't know how to have my fun.
No, I think your fun's just wrong. All you care about is Monkey Island and being an asshole. Dude,
Monkey Island does way too much fucking fan service too. There was an entire character in the new games that was literally just like, OMG, Guybrush Threepwood, I'm your biggest fangirl. I'm gonna list out everything you've ever done. And it's just like, why, though?
That's funny.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not!
Even when it's self-aware and making fun of the concept, you're still an asshole.
It's not. It is not self-aware. It is self-cringe creating.
That sounds like it's a bit.
What?
It's freaking Monkey Island. Everything's a bit.
No, but it's LucasArts.
Show me the clip!
Just play it yourself.
Show me the clip right now.
I'm not gonna fucking stop drawing to pull it up.
No, you will.
Oh, I hate you so fucking much. Fine.
Do it.
I am.
Right fucking now. I demand to see this.
God fucking.
And I will tell you right now if it's a bit or not.
Jesus Christ, I hate you. It is not a joke either. It's just like,
I'm gonna kill you.
fan service. It's pure fan service.
I'm gonna fucking. I don't get why you care so much.
Because it's lame.
Why is it lame? Like it's not a case of like remember. It's just a nice, fun little detail. But it's not.
It is though. It literally is.
Not,
oh, remember? You remember?
That is
because it's unrealistic for all these fucking things to just come together like they do.
Who cares if it's realistic? It's a Star Wars show where you're going through space and there's a baby elf gremlin man named Grogu.
Okay.
Who cares?
Russell, I can't find any clips of this character except for her dying, so I don't give a shit anymore.
I give a shit. And I'm mad at you. Why can't you just be happy?
I would be much happier without this shit.
Anyways, I'm done with my Janimba.
I'm about done. Let me put in some fabric swooshes.
Who was my third guy? Oh yeah, my boy.
Hang on, wait for me.
My boy dog.
You gotta wait for me. Hang on.
I am waiting for you.
Hold on a gosh darn second. Now you listen to me. If the health department finds out.
Finds out what?
I'm gonna chop down the internet.
Chop down the internet? What?
It's a Chris Chan thing.
Oh really?
Yeah. So Chris Chan recorded like a house tour thing, but his parents are hoarders and their house is awful.
Right. Yeah. I think I've seen that video.
Yeah, and so his dad's like, he starts this video where he's like, I want everything about my house off the internet. I'll call in the police. I'll call in the detectives. I'll call in everyone in my power. And then his dad comes down and he's like, you shut that thing off. And then like Chris Chan like moves like he shuts it off, but it's still recording. And he's like, you listen to me. If they find that video of our house, they're going to take our house away. The Greene County Health Department is going to take away our home. Do you understand me? He's like, yeah, I'm working on it. And he's like, you uploaded it, you unload it. I'm going to chop down the internet.
What, like it's a tree?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be on like the pole, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly.
Yeah, okay, fair. I guess that makes sense. I guess.
Why can't you just be happy, Russell? Why can't you be happy with the fact that the internet's up on a pole?
I am happy. I'm a happy person. I used to be an angry person, but I feel like I've slowly moved past that. I was in a dark phase of my life, but like I've grown.
Aren't you just so forward. Fucking great?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, I guess. Next character.
Okay.
What am I drawing?
What are you drawing, Ian?
I don't remember.
Well, I'm gonna draw my boy Krill Dog.
Who the fuck was I gonna draw?
Yeah, who the fuck were you gonna draw?
Is that one? No. Oh, Roshi. That's right. I'm doing Master Roshi.
Oh yeah, Master Roshi. Cool.
Hmm.
You know, I gotta say, I was originally gonna draw adult Krillin, but I think I'm gonna go for classic Krillin because I love his attitude.
Yeah, he's got a very sassy look that I like more than the always looking concerned look that he has now.
Oh yeah. You were talking about that before. You were surprised that Krillin was kind of like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's a Chad. He like acts like such a fucking like fuck you, like I'm such a big fucking boy dick. And then like later I just know that he becomes just such a weenie.
Well, he becomes a good guy who cares for his friends. Like, honestly, Krillin, even in Z, Krillin is base, dude. He's so cool. Because, like, even though he's underpowered, he still stays in the fight as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a bro. Krillin's a fucking bro, alright?
Mm-hmm.
I love him. Like, if it weren't for Bardock, Krillin is honestly my favorite character. Fuck Goku, fuck Gohan, fuck Piccolo. It's Krillin all the way.
Pickle blow.
Pickle blow.
I like Master Roshi's design, kinda. It's interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah, Master Roshi's great. I love his look. I really like. He got some attention in Super, which I was really appreciative of. It was a little divisive.
Is he still
for some
powerful?
So yeah, here's the thing. They actually make a way to make him relevant to some degree.
Okay.
Which is super cool. Like, some people think it's stupid because it fucks with the power scaling, but for me, it's just like, no, this is a really nice way to unite, make things like tie together a bit better, from like classic ball and whatnot. But he's part of the team that goes into the Tournament of Power in Super. I don't know if you're familiar with what that even is.
Vaguely.
But it's like a tournament where all the universes, or most of them, fight in like this big old battle royale situation, and each universe has to have a team, right? So for our heroes universe, it's like Goku, it's Gohan, it's Piccolo, Tien, 18, 17, Frieza, Krillin.
So they're actually working with Frieza there?
Yeah, they had to, because it was like, oh, well, it's actually really funny, because they were originally going to have Boo, right? But Boo, Boo, did a whole bunch of training to be ready, and he became thin, so he looked like Super Boo, which was weird. And then it's like, all right, cool, so Boo's all trained up, we're gonna have a stand a chance, and then the next day Boo's fat again and just will not wake up. And it's like, all right, well, we need a replacement for Boo.
That's fine.
I know, let's resurrect Frieza.
They like scan through their phone, like their contacts, and they're like, fucking Yamcha, no, not him. Frieza, I guess.
I think there was even a bit where Yamcha was like trying to be like, hey guys, maybe I can help, and everyone's like, anyway, so Frieza. Yeah.
God, I guess we have to resurrect and then kill that guy.
Yeah, Vegeta was very against it, safe to say, but fucking, what was I getting at with this? And then Roshi was on the team as well, which is really cool. So Roshi actually got a few pretty cool fights in there, and then he even goes up against Jiren and like holds his own.
Okay.
Because in the manga, at the least, the anime did a lot of changes because they were kind of coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
But the manga does a really cool thing where Roshi kind of has Ultra Instinct.
Okay.
But like a very low level version of it, and he's able to introduce the concept to Goku, so that way he can figure it out as the fight progresses, so that way it's not as out of nowhere as it is in the anime.
Yeah.
But it's like really cool, and like seeing Roshi able to kind of swoosh around Jiren for a while. Like Jiren was like, all right, whatever, but he was like, oh shit, okay, hold on, I have to actually try for a move real quick, and then he knocks Roshi out. But it's like, oh man, like everyone was struggling against Jiren. Jiren wasn't even to break in a sweat, but like Roshi was able to make Jiren go, oh shit, hold on, wait, fuck, right? And it's
man,
like really
you know
cool.
who they should have called? They should have called Numa from the fighters tournament in Classic.
Numa. Fucking.
The like Arabian man.
Yeah, I think his name's Nam in like certain translations, maybe.
Numa urehe, urehe, Numa urehe.
I tried to Google Dragon Ball Numa, and it came up with that, like, edits where it's Dragon Ball footage, but to that song.
Blaze, Numa, yay.
I think his name's Nam. Yeah, Nam.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, he's cool. He had, like, the cross-chop move that was, like, unbeatable, and it actually fucked Goku up.
Yeah.
But then Goku beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, like, that. We've had this conversation before, but I hate how, like, characters like that, who were once, like, big threats, like, they're fucking nothing now. Like all these characters that's what kind of makes it hard to read classic Dragon Ball, is just knowing that like all of these stakes are like now so low.
Yeah, and I was trying to explain because you know, like you said, we had that conversation already, but I was trying to explain how obviously there's not much of a justification for the escalation problem in Shonen. Like, there needs to be ways to fix it. But on the plus side of it, I appreciate it because it really helps illustrate how far a character has come in terms of like their strength.
Yeah,
and
but
what they've learned.
Like, when you put that scale on that hero on a scale of like 0 to infinity, it almost just kind of doesn't matter because every number is arbitrary, you know.
I kind of disagree, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because the whole point, I will say, the whole point of the power levels, at least from the way I interpreted it, the power levels were never meant to be taken seriously.
No, I'm not talking about power levels. I'm talking about, like, when there's no cap to the powers your characters can have.
Oh,
like,
you were, like, saying numbers and whatnot. But,
yeah.
even so...
Yeah, my bad.
I gotta disagree, because like, yeah, there's such a huge difference. So when you go back, it's like none of the battles mean anything, like in the grand scheme of things. But they're how a character was able to learn something, so that way they were stronger later on. You know, like I don't think Goku never would have been able to have the strength to learn the Spirit Bomb while like training with King Kai if it weren't for his individual experiences growing stronger throughout classic Dragon Ball. You know.
Sure, but like, is the Spirit Ball even or Spirit Bomb even an effective move anymore? Is that like even something that's powerful?
It's the move that defeats Boo.
Okay.
Like Spirit Bomb always works when like aside from Frieza, the Spirit Bomb always ends up working.
I see.
It was able to mostly beat Vegeta. It was able to render him. Well, no, there was the. Wait, no, I'm actually remembering that wrong. I think the Spirit Bomb missed. If I remember right.
Isn't the one that he threw at? Isn't the one that he threw at Frieza? Isn't that the one that missed?
No, the one with Frieza, it hit directly. It just Frieza survived because he's just that strong. But like it really fucked him up. But yeah, I think it missed Vegeta, but I think they ended up beating him because of cutting off the Great Ape tail. But like they did something to like fuck him up, and I know like Krillin was able to hold on to it for a while, the Spirit Bomb. But yeah, no, the Spirit Bomb's like an effective tool, and it does make a difference even when it doesn't necessarily work.
Okay.
So it's cool. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I was just like, is that like there's a bunch of moves I would guess that they like learn and are useful for like a fight, but then later like they just get powered out by other stuff.
It's more that they continue using stronger versions of the move, right? Because like even in Super, Goku uses the Kaioken.
I don't remember what that one is.
Kaioken is a move he learns when training under King Kai that allows him to push past his boundaries, but like to a body damaging degree.
Gotcha.
It's like a very risky thing of like extending your limiter.
I see.
For a brief time, so whenever he's fighting Hit in Dragon Ball Super, he's like in Super Saiyan Blue form, and he does the Kaioken times 20 or whatever, times 10 maybe, and like he has to do it all in one move, or else he's going to render himself completely immobile and lose the fight automatically.
I see.
So he has to like understand Hit's gimmick and try to figure out in that single moment. So it's like cool, tense moments for sure. Like a lot of stuff that people learn along the way still matter. It's just that they evolve to a point where like there's not much strategy going on in the fight itself of like, oh, it's martial arts anymore. Admittedly, there is the lack of that. But there is still like a feeling of, okay, these things matter.
I see. All right.
Except for the Destructo Disc.
Yeah.
The most powerful move in the entire series that has never once hit.
Oh, really? Has it not?
Yeah, it's never hit opponent directly.
It cut off Frieza's tail.
Yeah, but like, it could have killed Frieza if Krillin just didn't hesitate.
Ah, I see.
Right, so it's like, oh man, Krillin could have ended it there.
I actually forgot we were recording an episode. We were just chatting.
Me too, actually. I'll be real.
Yeah.
That's optimal, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Mostly just because I was falling asleep, though. Ha! Oh!
Who are you drawing again right now, by the way?
Roshi.
Roshi. So that means... Okay. So I find it funny how this whole thing is about Dragon Ball, but none of us have really drawn Saiyan hair.
That's true. Yeah, that is
the most iconic. So I'm actually remedying that right now.
All right. That's good.
But that's funny. I feel like we do that a lot, where we have a topic, but we draw a whole bunch. I feel like we go out of our way to draw the lesser.
Yeah, it's because the main characters are like boring.
Stuff. I guess so, but the most iconic stuff, it's like, oh, we forgot to draw that vital thing that you would think we would talk about.
Yeah. Occasionally, I suppose we do that. Occasionally. I suppose. Yeah. If you wanted to put a label on it, man.
Label. Ugh, I don't really confine myself to labels, thank you very much.
You don't really. You don't.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not like an asshole about it.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well, I'm not like a pompous guy who's like, oh, I don't believe in labels. Like, labels are cool, right? Like, they're useful. You know, if a person has a way to identify themselves, whether it has to do with gender or political alignment or anything like that, just having something that they feel like they can belong to thanks to a use of a word, I think that's cool.
Is that why you use all those labels for various racial groups?
Cut the episode. You know what? I'm gonna take the coward route.
How typical. How fucking typical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we were talking the other day about I asked whether people in our friend group preferred or which one was a worse sensation, having like dry, dusty, dirty hands or having like wet, gloop covered like nasty shit hands, right?
Yes.
And I fall on the side where I don't like gloop on my hands. That disgusts me.
And I'm on the side of disliking the dry, dusty.
Yeah.
But there's an extreme it has to be.
So I was eating a ham sandwich today. We had some ham recently, right?
Yes.
So I was getting this ham out, but like it's getting to the part where like the fat is starting to congeal. And so, like, I grabbed a piece of ham to put on a bun, and, like, my hand came away covered in, like, this clear, fatty gelatin that was starting to, like, coalesce. And I was, like, when I realized it was on my hand and I was, like, trying to flick it off, like, I just became, like, paralyzed, and, like, my voice started to shake, and I was, like, laughing at how worked up it was getting me, because I don't usually, like... physically react to stuff like that, but it just was so gross, like knowing it was like gelatiny fat gross shit stuck to my hand.
That blows me away, man. I feel like in recent history we've had so many situations recently where I just can't understand your perspective, right?
It's
like obviously we've bonded over a few things, we have some similarities, we're friends, you know, but like we talked about with, you know, your hatred of fan service or your paralysis when it comes to goopy stuff. You have your own perspective, and that's okay. Like, you don't frame it like a douchebag, right? You're not a contrarian, at least not intentionally. But it's just, it blows me away how many times we've had a situation where I try to understand, and just like, you're a person who I respect, but I also just... why are you like this?
Which reminds me, Russell.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about this. What is your favorite and your least favorite holiday? Because personally, I do not like Thanksgiving. I don't like anything about the aesthetic. The food in general is not my bag, baby. Like, just everything about Thanksgiving, I'm really just underwhelmed by.
I feel like Thanksgiving is a really easy one to hate because for me, I adore the autumn aesthetic, right? That's why I love Halloween so much.
Sure.
I love those colors, that warm like feeling, but when it gets to Thanksgiving themed, it just feels... all I can think about are generic the decorations that you would see at the store, like
like a paper
turkey
that hangs up on the wall.
Cut out turkeys, generic pilgrims.
Yeah.
You know, horribly misrepresenting what actually went down. You know, fun stuff like that. At least that's how I understand it. That's the general agreement now, right? That's horribly inaccurate the way we depict the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just
it turns out it turns out the Europeans were actually way more badass and stuff than they were previously depicted.
Badass?
Yeah, they were like way cooler. They like showed how the engines had to like grind on rails and like cool shit like that. They brought them soap shoes and Hot Topics.
Ian, please.
Yeah.
Please, I do not want to go down that road, Ian. But yeah, I think Thanksgiving is an easy one to hate. I like being able to get together with family and eating, sure, but in terms of the... oh shit, I dropped my pen. It's my voice is gonna sound weird while I'm picking this up, but in terms of aesthetic, right? Very much not a fan. I'm a big Christmas and Halloween guy. I think I like Halloween more, just because of spooky aesthetic. I love it. Even the generic stuff I like. It's just it warms my heart.
I like doing like one blast of colors in drawings, you know.
One blast of colors.
Yeah, like in all of my drawings, I've had a bit of red. Like.
Oh, okay. Just going for like a very specific.
Yeah, just like one color
splash.
that pops. Yeah.
Like a nice Sin City type of.
Dude, red, white, and black is the best color scheme. Like
Red,
flat
white, and
out.
black.
Like everything just pops so hard.
I can respect that. I think. Yeah.
Oh really? You're not gonna fight me to the death on this one?
Well, I mean, I have my
this is some
favorites, but
common
like color
ground.
schemes are a thing that it really just comes down to the person or artist, you know. Like me, I'm a big sucker for like a nice pastel-y green and pink. I love that shit. Any like warm autumn palette, I love. But any like nice blend of greens and blues like that are nice and light, I adore. Maybe a nice splash of yellow, depending, like a really nice creamy yellow.
A splash of yellow.
Yeah.
Like
Shut
piss.
up. Shut up. Oh my god.
These bitches.
I have a very, very limited knowledge of rap. Let me just say.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit! I hit my. Ah, fuck.
Russell, hit me with your first one, big boy.
Alright, I'm gonna start off with 17 and the horrible boar that just looks terrible. Just absolute atrocity. Just look at that thing.
I really like his outfit. The outfit's nice. And
He doesn't have a fourth leg.
You managed to, I did notice that. He's got...
Whatever.
Yeah, no, he just hops along.
Yeah.
That's why he wants
But,
death.
That's definitely my favorite appearance of 17. I don't really like how he appears in Super with just like a t-shirt and pants.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like his original design, but also with a nice duster jacket on top,
Ooh.
which I really like.
Ooh.
I always dig like the bandana around his neck.
Russell.
What's up?
Fucking bad boy. No. You get points off. You didn't put the back of the duster behind his legs.
I didn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm an atrocity.
I saved that before I said it just in case you were like, fuck, shit, dude, fuck, okay, hang on, I gotta redo that, oh, fuck, dude, shit.
Well, it's not as egregious as the Guts one, where it's just an actual inaccuracy to the lore.
Yeah.
Because that bugged me.
That's fair. Here's my Piccolo.
Your Packaloo? Let's see. Nice. And once again, we're in a situation where I just genuinely try to draw the characters, and then you just draw that.
Come on, the head looks very accurate.
No, I don't mean in terms of like quality or anything. I just you go for some fucked up shit. Like he's holding Gohan's corpse with like a spine dingling out.
Well, originally it was gonna be his whole body, but I was running out of time.
That's fair. I respect that. I really like the elf shoes he's got going on.
Oh, I love elf shoes so much. They should have more of those in Dragon Ball. It honestly feels like it'd fit.
Yeah, in a weird way with like Toriyama's weird vision, for sure.
Yeah. Like they have semi-elf shoes, but not fully. But thank you.
You very nicely combine like the stupid 90s clothes with his turban and cape. I love it.
Yeah. I like the shoulder pads with the cape over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a good look. I love when Gohan wears a look similar to that because Piccolo dresses him up to look like him, and it's really cute.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so badass. It genuinely is.
And did you see his little Shrek horns?
Oh my god. They are styled like Shrek. You're right. I hate it.
All right.
He's gonna like pull out like a 6-inch long like tube of wax.
What? All right. Show me Jiren or Biren or Beerus.
Janemba.
Yeah, Janemba. That's what I said.
hate Jiren. I would never draw Jiren. But no, it's Janemba with this boy.
That is not what the picture I looked up of him looks like.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first form of fat Janemba.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see.
It's what because like the whole lore of Janemba is like it's some kid in hell, right? And he's like a boss, a worker who runs things there, and he falls into a pit of just like ultimate evil, and he transforms into that.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then like when Goku like fucks him up a bit, then he transforms into the cool purple, skinny, muscular man.
Have you watched The Boys, by the way?
What are the boys?
It's a show about a bunch of superhero killers.
Oh yeah, I've seen stuff about it, but I've had no interest.
It's good. I think you should check it out. Next up is my Boo drawing, which I actually took in a very sweet direction, I think.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Right?
Oh, that's delightful. I love this.
I love every iteration of Boo. All of them look so fucking cool and good and so different that it's
for
great.
sure. I really dig them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just so delightful to see. I love how annoyed Evil Boo is.
Yeah, he's just like, God fucking
Or
damn
Kid
you.
Boo, rather.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I like it. It's
There's not much else I can say. It's just like really nice.
Yeah, it's just it's I did a cute drawing for once.
Yeah, for once.
For once.
Oh,
just wait till you see my next one.
Oh, great. Yeah,
It's gonna be a
that's
piece
why
of
that's why
fucking
I
work.
always start these off.
Alright.
All right. Moving on. Here is my Krillin. Just look at him.
Is that the Destructo Disc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when I was like, all right, I'm taking the coward's route.
Gotcha.
I just did like a fucking circle tool.
Oh, it is too. God fucking damn you.
Yeah.
I really like his expression and stance. Like, it's just the biggest dick energy.
Yeah,
So
dude.
It's so good.
His smug expression throughout most of Ball is great. Classic Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the eyes and like the very casual smile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, are you ready, Russell?
All right, let's see Roshi, buddy. I hate this. Why does it's Oolong? It's when Oolong pretends to be Bulma.
It is,
Okay.
yeah.
That's great. That's great. I love it. That's so stupid though. He's just all like, ah!
Holy fucking shit! Goku, are you seeing this?
Goku's just busy doing the Kamehameha.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh
my
god.
You know what? I'll do a version where I add him just doing the Kamehameha in the background. There's a little bit of white space
destroying the
there.
car and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here, I'll draw that
God,
right.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
No, it's so good. It's so good.
No, it's great.
No, what do you hate about it even?
It's just like, oh, come on.
Point is, episode's over. I think I meant to say this during the Halloween episode, but I saw this tweet that was like, I fucking loved it. It was like, the world maybe, collapsing under our feet as we speak, but at least people aren't saying spoopy anymore.
We are.
Nobody's saying spoopy. When was the last
No,
time you heard somebody say spoopy?
I'll tell you the last time I heard someone say spoopy.
If you say right now, I'm gonna fucking run over to your house and beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna push you on the ground and kick you in the face.